Hi, I'm Anna.
And I'm Sheena. Welcome to Centrally Speaking, a program that opens up the conversation about important matters of economics and finance, matters that have an impact on your life.
Well, this week's program is a little different. Today we're not talking economics, we're actually introducing Bank of Jamaica as an employer of choice. Sheena, that will be a very interesting discussion.
I believe so.
Because
I believe so.
Right, because of course Bank of Jamaica would be an employer of choice, being at the helm of the financial services industry.
Yes.
And no doubt adopting the global best practices that make an institution where you want to work.
Yes, that is true, Anna. And what is interesting, and I believe what we look forward to exploring, are the varying issues that have now emanated within organizations, which have been fueled by globalization, by technology, and by so many other aspects. For example, the multiplicity of generations within the organization today. Yeah, and that's an important
From
point.
Gen X to Gen Y to millennials. Right.
As a matter of fact, now we have fully remote teams. You have teams that they don't enter an organization, and they operate digitally. And you also have teams who are semi-remote, so they come in now and again within the organization. So that's one of the things that's now new and trending within organizations.
So is Jamaica at that point?
I think to some extent, there are some organizations that are actually dabbling with remote working.
And I'm assuming Bank of Jamaica is one of those.
Well, we will hear from our very special guest.
We'll hear from our special guest soon, but first, let's check in with the streets. What makes an organization a great place to work?
The things to consider that will make an organization a good place to work. One, if it is your passion. So if it is aligned with the passion that you have for yourself, if it is a job function that you enjoy doing.
An organization that has a good culture and a family fit for its members and staff, that's the best place to work.
When choosing a workplace, you look for a good environment, good co-workers to work with. So you don't know, you know that they deal with customers good and they deal with workers good. You really want to try to work around them because you feel comfortable working around them.
When looking for a job, you should look for how much it pays, because if you don't get paid enough, it doesn't make any sense.
I think what makes an organization a good place to work is the people and the culture. You have to look at how management treat the people, whether they are supportive, whether they are, open-minded. They're not necessarily strict about things like your time, because guess what? You're going to give a lot of your time to work, and so you need to have people who support you and at the same time will allow you to make certain changes or whatever it is that you need to do for your schedule.
One that has created a culture of synergy, one that puts team building and the main focus on team and family, a family-oriented organization, not only focusing on the law, but really tap into their employees.
Unstable inflation is to the economy what the baseline is to reggae music.
Welcome back to Centrally Speaking. Today we have with us a very special guest from Bank of Jamaica. He is the Deputy Governor with responsibility for finance, technology and administration, none other than Mr. George Roper.
Thanks.
Welcome.
So, Mr. Roper, I guess the administration section of your portfolio covers HR, which feeds into why the bank is a great place to work, yeah. But let me ask you this before we go to that question. What makes an organization a great place to work?
Okay, that's a very good question. You know what, I think that the answer to that question really requires us to go into the world of subjectivity.
Okay.
And so, and I say that because I don't think there's really any one single answer. You know, if you talk to different individuals, you're going to find that there are a range of factors that come into play in terms of their thinking as to, you know, what for them would make a particular organization a great place to work. So it would be things like, you know, monetary compensation.
Most
that would
important.
be one of those things.
That's a very important part.
It is very important.
Yeah.
But you would have other things as well. Do I get, you know, a sense of appreciation from my supervisor and from my peers? Is there, you know, recognition that is given to me for any special effort that I put out in ensuring that I carry out my particular job? The quality of the physical infrastructure within which you work. Those are all some examples of some of the things that, you know, people will look at as being important. The general consensus amongst HR managers is that the culture of an organization is perhaps the single most important factor in determining whether or not an organization is a great place to work.
That is true. So now for the big question. Why is Bank of Jamaica a great place to work?
All right. So you are implying in your question that we are an employer of choice.
Yes. So we've heard.
Good. So I thank you for the acknowledgement and the recognition
we
that
hear that,
Bank of Jamaica
is a great place to work.
Man, we hear that, man.
Good.
Yes.
So, first of all, it's a great place to work because we are committed to excellence in every single thing that we do. We are a results-oriented organization. So we try to make sure that in terms of executing on our mandate, that we do so in a way that there is collaboration between team players who understand that the work that they do is very meaningful. They understand that the bank has a very important vision and mission.
Well said, Sir Roper. So essentially what you're saying is excellence forms a critical part of your culture.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Anna?
So apart from your culture of excellence, what else does BOJ do to improve the work environment and in turn increase employee engagement? This evening, a lot of people are watching. You know, I imagine some people call, "Wait, Bank of Jamaica talk about work. You know, it's a place where we can go work and so on." So you can tell our viewers, what are you doing to improve engagement and improve your work environment?
I think when you want to build the right kind of culture, you have to start with making good decisions in relation to the hiring of staff. You want to hire good people. You want to hire people who have the potential to become top performers. So I think, you know, the right hiring decisions, and you want to make sure you retain people who have that potential to be top performers and who demonstrate that they have the desire within themselves to become a top performer.
Now that you've made it abundantly clear that BOJ is a great place to work, and I'm now very, very intrigued, please share with us, what are some of the core functions of the bank?
Core functions of the Bank of Jamaica are issuing coins and notes, ensuring that the currency is authentic and that there is an adequate supply to meet the demands of the public, formulating and implementing monetary policy, and that is really the steps and measures taken by the bank to influence the Jamaican economy by regulating the amount of money in circulation, ensuring that the financial system is sound and operates efficiently, managing the foreign reserves of the country, and carrying out other activities that support the implementation of monetary policy, including the provision of services to the government, banks, and other licensed financial institutions and the general public.
Why do you love your job?
You know what? It's hard for me to confine that answer to one reason. So I'm hoping you'll allow me to give at least two.
Please.
All right. The first reason that I love my job is that I find it very fulfilling and satisfying to be part of a team that generally has the same level of commitment to the organization's stated vision and mission. So being a part of a team that is trying to achieve something that's larger than yourself is quite personally satisfying to me. The other reason I love my job that I want to share with you is the fact that the Bank of Jamaica is a very unique organization that plays a significant role in Jamaica's economic affairs.
So we heard it from the employer of choice. We now move to the tip of the day. If you lost your job tomorrow, would you have enough money to live while you look for a new one? Set up your own emergency fund by saving at least 3 to 6 months of living expenses.
Let's recap today's discussions and get into some fast facts. Number 1. There are a range of factors that could make any single employee feel that a particular place of work is a great place to work. Number 2. Included in the broad range of factors are things like monetary compensation, the open appreciation and recognition received from managers and peers, physical infrastructure, exciting professional opportunities, and so on. Number 3. There is a basic level of understanding that the culture of an organization, more than monetary factors, influences an employee's opinion. Number 4. We seek to ensure that our team members are provided with the necessary tools to effectively carry out meaningful work in a collaborative environment. And number 5, BOJ is committed to excellence and is results-oriented. And that's it for our Fast Facts this week. Thank you. That's it for this week's edition of Centrally Speaking. Follow us on Twitter at Central Bank JA and our Facebook page as well as our YouTube channel. You may also get additional information about Bank of Jamaica on the website at www.boj.org.jm.
And of course, remember to tweet your questions and post your comments on Facebook. I'm Anna.
And I'm Sheena. Thanks for watching. Centrally Speaking is a production of Bank of Jamaica.